He come to me with money in his hand. He offered me. I didn't ask him. I wasn't knocking someone's door down. I was running from that. When I got out, I was in that. I was already through that. I had that. I had the studio. I went to the studio, went to Vox Studios. I had it all, and I looked at it and I said, this is a bigger jail than I just got out of. I don't want to take my time going to work. I got a motorcycle and a sleeping bag and 10 or 15 girls. What the hell I want to go off and go to work for? Work for what? Money? I got all the money in the world. I'm the king, man. I run the underworld, guy. I decide who does what and where they do it at. What am I going to run around and act like I'm some teeny bopper somewhere for somebody else's money? I make the money, man. I roll the nickels. The game is mine. I deal the cards.
All right, my name is Grady George. This is day 5 of my fast. I drank coffee again today. I guess I'm not really like hardcore sticking to my fast, I guess, if I am drinking coffee. So, it's basically a fast with coffee. But what has happened is that I've started doing a morning show, which urgently could use your help if anyone is interested. If you're up in the morning, check out my show. Because it doesn't seem like a good time for me to be doing a show, but I do like doing that time. So if you're like a night owl and you're up into the early morning hours, I might be around. Or if you are somebody that gets up in the morning, here I am. But yeah, I've been doing that, and I've had a vicious headache the last 2 days. So I went and got some coffee. It went away. It's obviously a caffeine withdrawal headache. And probably the only way I'm going to get rid of that is I'm going to have to just take it on one day. So I think maybe Saturday will be the day, because I'm not going to do a morning show on the weekends. No Saturday or Sunday. But yeah, I haven't really been too hungry today or anything. When I woke up today, I felt very light. It's not that I lost a lot of weight or anything, but you have this sort of heaviness on you sometimes. And all of that seems to have been lifted off of me. So I do feel like I have more of a bounce in my step or something, And I'm also still smoking. I went and bought yet another pack, so I am drinking coffee and smoking cigarettes, which, the only excuse I have is just that it's very hard to quit smoking and not eat at the same time, But if you're a fast, you're not doing anything, right? And I guess you could just say I'm fasting, from food or something, but I am drinking coffee, and and not a lot. I drank one yesterday and one today, and I'm definitely cutting down on my cigarette smoking. I'm not smoking as much, but at the same time, I'm still smoking. So I would like to go, at some point, just go cold turkey on that and try to get it over with. Again, it might be Saturday, Sunday. I might not post anything on the weekend. I don't know. I haven't really had any time to do At the Tubi. I've got one that is ready to go. I just have to make it, and I haven't really had time to do that. I'm probably going to be very busy tomorrow because that's when there's going to be some work being done on my house. So I'm not sure how that will affect my morning show, Hopefully not at all, but who knows? I'm going to weigh myself on Friday, so I'll have my first weigh-in that day. I haven't taken a smooth move yet. I'm probably, but I'm still going to the bathroom by myself, so I'm kind of waiting for that to get over with, Then I'll take the smooth move. There's a whole other part of the master cleanse where you're supposed to drink a bunch of salt water. And I've done that before, and it's just brutal, man. So I'm not, if you're doing the master cleanse, I am not doing that. part of it. Basically, that cleans out. It supposedly it cleans out all your insides. Now, I just don't think you should be consuming that much salt. I feel like that kind of counteracts with what you're doing, but maybe I'm not looking at it the right way. But basically, you drink this salt water, and it's like a lot of salt, man. And you drink it, and like an hour later, you just shit. Like you just like it's explosive too. Like it's almost like you're spraying wind. Like how the Windex function on a bottle of Windex. How you can like do the nozzle and you can put it on the spray and you can just like go like that. Well, that's basically what happens, man. You get this like Windex type of shooting spray out your ass. I mean, I don't want to be fucking gross, but it's supposed to be helping to clean out your intestines or something. I'm not doing that. Like I said, I've done it before, and I did not enjoy it at all. It was one of the worst experiences I've ever had. And I also have to say, I didn't really feel like it helped me in any way. I feel like that part of the master cleanse is just straight fucking BS, man. But you do what you will do, and if you're somebody that's an aficionado of the master cleanse, and you want to defend the Windex salt shitter fucking mix, then please do that in the comments below. We got a new Mormo up tonight, and then tomorrow will be the last Mormo for the interview series. So, and I'll be wrapping up the Grady TVs for right now. I'm actually currently doing interviews, but I'm going to tackle Grady TV in a little bit different way, just because I have a lot of projects I'm working on right now. And the way I've been doing the Grady TVs with a very quick turnaround left me sort of backlogged. So what I'm doing is I'm doing some interviews. I'm doing a whole schedule, and I'm not exactly sure when I will start running them. But once I get the schedule I have in mind in place, then I will be moving into that, and it's really going to be sort of like a new era for the channel. It's not really a new era, but it's going to be like the next level up, right? So you're going to be getting some, a lot of content every single day. And at that point, I'm going to, I will really start trying to do a lot more live, because I won't have to be doing all the pre-produced stuff anymore, because I'll have that already done. And probably when I do the Grady TVs, I'll probably be doing them like that, so. But I feel like that I'm going to have it in a way that I'm never going to run out of content, It's just going to take a little bit of time, and it is sort of like the slow part of summer. So my goal is like, how like in the fall, like all the new TV shows come out and shit around that time, September. I don't know exactly when it is, right? That's probably around the time everything I'm working on now is gonna, like the very beginnings of it's gonna start to manifest. It's gonna be a lot better, I think, than how I've been doing things, especially for me. But it's gonna allow me to work on a lot more content. Like the at the tubies, which take a lot of time for me to do, and the bread and butter for this channel is going to be the Grady TVs. That's what I want it to be known for. Mostly interviews, and that's something I've been doing for years. Like we talked about on Your Morning Turns to Darkness, the one, not from today, from yesterday, I talked about how I interviewed Ron Jeremy and John Wayne Bobbitt, like when I first got right out of high school. So I've been interviewing, like I've literally interviewed hundreds of people, and My Grady TV interviews really are not even interviews at all. So I have a lot of people that sometimes criticize my interview style in the Grady TVs, but it's actually a formula that I've sort of come up with where it's more like tell us your story than an actual interview. I'm going through their life with them in a particular way, and I really just ask them very general questions, and they give me the answer, and I think it's very telling sometimes the answers, the way because if it's a shocking interview, like the interview subject chose to be shocking. I mean, if it's a depressing interview, they chose to be depressed. If it's a funny interview, they chose to be funny. So the great TVs are set up to allow the interview subject to tell their story the way they want to tell it. And I do not press them, and I do not do anything. These are meant for, like, let's just say somebody tomorrow, starts checking out Jewel Rancid, and they want to know more about Jewel, so they look her up and they see an interview, 12-part interview, and they start why, and you get a very good sense of Jewel Rancid. Not just her, but we also go into the stuff she's known for on the internet and stuff like that. So you immediately have this sort of like. You don't have to wonder, and a lot of times you hear these rumors, and you don't know like what's real and what's not. So it's a way to hear those things out of their own mouth. So you don't have to wonder if this is a troll or bullshit, or what's the real story or what is their story. So that's what the Grady TVs are, and that's what I'm trying to achieve there. Now, I have thought about doing something like where I invite somebody to take me on, either, from the standpoint of a debate, or just, straight up insult me, motherfucker, And like, so basically, you could debate me on a topic, and we could do a Grady TV like that, or, if you're particularly like to talk a lot of shit, and you want to take me on, we could do that too. I think both of those types of interviews would be very, very interesting. But it's also not something that I would want to approach somebody with. So if like anyone out there, does want to debate me, or does want, to do some kind of shit talking session where you want to take me to task about something, I would be interested in hearing about that if you are interested. But otherwise, I'll probably just keep doing my Grady TVs the way I've been doing them. And I'm having this Mini Manson special event on Saturday for his birthday. It's basically a Mini Manson birthday celebration, so that will be fun, I think. But until then, you guys take it easy. Bye-bye.